Today I'm going to show you what my city looks like after the hurricane.
Hurricane Milton left a trail. The death toll is now 13. Rescue teams are still helping those who lost their homes and searching for survivors. More than 3 million people are without electricity.
Wow, guys, look at this. This used to be a normal street, and now it's completely covered with debris from the hurricane.
A fallen tree is back there, and the asphalt and street are gone. I'm driving through the city to show you everything.
And seriously, by the end of the video, you'll be surprised by what you're gonna see. I myself can't believe that this is no longer a street. It's become part of the forest. Look at this, it looks like a movie set.
Look, guys, there's another fallen tree up ahead.
Wow, I think what was really most affected were the trees, right? Some that were already kind of weak, maybe with rotten roots, end up falling, giving in. There's no way around it.
Actually, in front of my friend's house, a big tree fell and almost hit their house. Check this out.
Look at this, guys. This is Neox's house, and there's literally a tree fallen on his house. The roots came up. I don't know how that happened. Like, the wind must have been really strong.
It's even blocking the entrance here.
Wow, it almost blocked the path here. That's crazy, seriously. I was even trying to put it back in place, but it's almost impossible.
It's really heavy. You'll need to cut and split it to remove it. It nearly hit his house and is the only one that fell on this street. I can't tell if that was luck or bad luck.
The tree is being held by its roots, which go really deep into the ground. But even so, the winds were so strong that it almost hit my friend's house. Besides the hurricane with its very strong winds, people from the area managed to capture a tornado forming on the highways.
And it's bizarre to see this phenomenon getting closer and closer to us. Unlike hurricanes, we can actually see tornadoes forming, and they're just as devastating as a hurricane too. Music.
Actually, tornadoes arrive first, and in a matter of seconds, they rip roofs off houses, knock down trees, and cause major damage.
Wow, guys, look at this. A bunch of trees fell down here. I came all the way to the edge of the lake to see how things are, and look, the water is really high. Look at the little pond where the alligator was. Wow, it's almost overflowing. Music. Look at how full it is, man. It's almost overflowing there, rising up right on that side. Music. Look at how high the water is. Actually, I think the water level reached all the way up here to the pier. There are even some snail shells. Look. Here's another example. The water rose so much this became part of the lake. Now that the hurricane is over, levels are dropping. Music. Guys, check this out, man. Look how high the water got here in the lake. Before, we had to walk all the way over there near the sign to get to it. Now look at this, guys. The water came all the way up here, right to the edge. It's almost going over the fences. Wow, it rained a lot and the water levels went up a lot. That's crazy, seriously. The amount of new lakes that must have formed here in Florida, yeah, it's insane. Guys, another fallen tree. Here in the middle of this little forest, several have fallen. This one even has its roots sticking up. Man, the hurricane was strong, you see. Music, look at the situation, man. They've even cut a piece of it here because to get all of this out, it has to be done in parts, right? But look at this root, check this out. It literally toppled over that way, man. And if you look closely, back there you can see several other branches broken and lying on the ground.
Look, there's one about to fall over there. Music.
Guys, I think this is the most catastrophic scene I found to show you. Look at the size of this tree, man. It's bizarre. Everything's broken, everything's cut, fallen. There are pieces on the wire, and this scene here is just crazy. It's like hurricane stuff, right? Well, I hope this didn't hit any houses or break anything because seriously, that's a lot of branches. Look at these wires. I think the tree even fell this way and they had to cut it and remove it. Look, it's chopped into pieces. Imagine a huge tree. The video doesn't show the scale. See my hand next to the trunk for comparison.
comparison. Wow, that's bizarre. I've passed by here before and it was just like that tree over there on the other side. Just look at the size, guys. Besides being thick, it's also really tall. You see that? So I think it broke apart. All those huge branches and trunks fell off and turned into what you see over there on the other side. There's a stump over there that I think broke and probably fell this way, hitting the power lines since there aren't any wires around here. Yeah, for sure this area must have been one of the places that lost power, guys. Because I'm sure these trees hit the poles. There's no way they didn't. The trunks are really big and really strong.
Imagine the noise this made when it fell. This street kind of looks like The Walking Dead. Look at it.
So many trees on the ground. At every corner you see piles of fallen trees up ahead. Look. It's bizarre.
Music.
Guys, take a look at how the houses are. Some of them are still closed even now, look.
Boarded up with wood, probably because the windows broke and people had to protect themselves too, right?
Look at this, that house is condemned.
Music.
Look at how high the water rose here, guys. We're at a marina and everything is dirty. Everything's messed up here. Look at all the trash that got blown into the lake.
Some of the boats were probably hit too. People are still cleaning up, picking things up here because there are a lot of shards everywhere. The water rose so much that it reached up to the sidewalk level.
I'm sure some of those boats must have collided or gotten lost out there in the middle of the hurricane. I don't even know if people really left them there. I think some must have taken them out, but the ones that stayed probably got messed up.
Music.
Whoa, look at the street up ahead. It's blocked off. Everything's closed, man. I had to take a detour here through another way because the street up ahead is blocked. It's closed and we can't get through.
Probably a tree or something fell in the middle of the road and cars can't get through, right? Later I'll try to fly the drone and investigate what happened.
Guys, take a look at how the fences of this house turned out, man. It's all destroyed.
Wow, things got really bad here. Look at this, part of the fence is already gone. Wow, I feel sorry for the person who lives on this property, right? Unfortunately, they ended up losing a good part of their fence.
Music.
Man, this was the most destroyed place I've seen.
Look at this, guys. All the way through, they even closed it off here, see?
Damn, man.
Look at that.
Look, just a little further ahead, the guys are working to remove the tree that basically fell in the middle of the street, right?
Wow. That's crazy.
And next to the park, look at all this. Look at the Ferris wheel up front, the Orlando Eye. Wow, do you think it affected anything in the park too? The city of Tampa and the entire Gulf Coast region were among the hardest hit. And since it came straight from the sea, it brought waves that reached almost 5 meters high, flooding the whole city and causing a lot of destruction. Near the beach, all the streets are flooded and the houses are badly damaged. It's very sad to see all the destruction it caused, but rebuilding a city can sometimes take years. And since we're still in hurricane season, there's still a chance that another one could come our way. Well, folks, here at home, thank God, nothing happened. A few small things ended up flying around. One was the United States flag that used to be by the door. See the holes from the holder there. And it blew out there. We had to take down the flag, and unfortunately it ended up flying away in the middle of the storm. But apparently, that was all. Here on the side of the house, everything seems fine too. And here in the back, I'll show you. Here, look. The only thing that happened was stuff flying around, you know, like because it was really windy. Look, there's a tree branch on the ground over there.
This used to be a pile of gravel, but it got blown away, see? You can even see the black tarp showing there. So, thank God, at least here at home there wasn't any real damage.
The stuff we keep back here stayed in place because it's really tight back there, so nothing flies away. But also, we put most things inside. Don't mind the mess, look, but we put a huge tarp here. We brought in the grill, the motorcycle, and we just put the bikes outside now. But they were inside too, along with the chairs. Anyway, the living room was packed. Now that things are getting back to normal, we're putting stuff outside because it's already passed. But around here it was calm, thank God. So Mom, how was your experience going through your first hurricane?
I'm really scared. Now I'm organizing things, right?
You remember, right? The window was banging a lot, Mom?
I couldn't sleep because I was scared. I even wanted to stay in your room.
Yeah, desperate. But we survived, right? It worked out.
First hurricane?
That's it. So guys, we hope that all of this ends, right? But we're in hurricane season, so from now until the end of the year, there might be others. Let's hope not, right?
We pray and hope it doesn't happen, but it could. So we always need to stay on alert here at home and in the region, so if something starts to happen, we're already prepared for it. Wow, guys, I was checking the news and there's a chance another hurricane is forming, and this time its name is Nadine.
Look at how many articles are already coming out in the news about it. I just pulled up the map so we can see where it's coming from. This little blinking dot here is me, see? I'm here in Orlando, Florida, close to Tampa, which was the area that was totally hit. But if we scroll down a bit here, look, it's coming from the sea. The tropical rain that's forming, guys, the so-called Invest 90. 94L is still out there in the Atlantic Ocean, very close to the islands of Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, heading towards the Bahamas, but you know this path can change at any moment. Take a look. It could get here and come to us. Besides that, there's another one down here too. Oh man, there's still tropical rains that could turn into a hurricane because that's how it starts. There's another one on this other side too, look. I put it on the temperature scale and look at this. The hotter it gets, the worse things get. Seriously, I hope nothing forms. I don't want to go through this again. This is a time of year when we have to be very careful because tropical rains are forming from all sides and at any moment something could come directly at us. I can't stay here wasting time. I have to get ready because at any moment another hurricane could be coming this way.